The excitement of your wedding has come and gone. You've put on the dress, recited your vows, and you've partied the night away with your newly betrothed spouse. So you think, what comes next? Well, on today's case, Mrs. Martinez says she thought she was stepping into a beautiful life with a bright future with her new husband. But now she realizes she was blinded not only by love, but also by the man Mr. Martinez portrayed himself to be and the life he promised her but has failed to deliver. She says her husband is a financially controlling alcoholic who is constantly tearing her down. She says she's done being his doormat. And if he doesn't take accountability for his actions, they may be coming up on their first and only anniversary. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Martinez versus Martinez.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Martinez, Mr. Martinez. Mrs. Martinez, you say you are tired of being belittled, controlled, and feeling worthless in your marriage. You say you are ready to divorce the defendant if he doesn't acknowledge the damage he's done to you and your family.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Martinez, you want your wife to understand that you have her best interest at heart. You say you are not trying to control her, you are just protecting her because she's immature. You don't want people to take advantage of her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see where we are here. You all have been together for 7 years, married for just 1 year. You have 2 children together, and Mrs. Martinez, I see that you're expecting another baby.
Yes.
All right. Mrs. Martinez, why are we in court today?
I am here at court today because I am currently pregnant with our 3rd child. Me and Mr. Martinez have been together for 7 years, and I believe that in the 7 years he hasn't held down a stable job. He's emotionally abusive, and he has alcoholic problems, and I just want him to know that if he doesn't get his act together, that I am ready to divorce him.
So you are very sincere. This takes a lot for a young woman who's been with a man for 7 years now, and pregnant with his 3rd child, to tell you, you either get it together, Mr. Martinez, or she's out of here. Did you hear what your wife said?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you say?
Well, in all honesty, I am here today to resolve the issues that I have.
Do you want to save your marriage?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, then let's see if it's savable, because Mrs. Martinez said that this has been rocky.
Yes.
You met 7 years ago, actually on the street, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little about that.
I was actually going to apply for one of those free phones they give, but I did not qualify. So Mr. Martinez happened to be there, and he overheard that I didn't qualify for a phone. So he agreed to put me on his plan, and I found that very generous of him. And before I know it, he told me to 2 weeks later to move in with him, and I decided to move in with him and start a relationship with him.
Because as I look at how old your children are, soon as you all got together, then you started having children?
Yes.
And now you're on your 3rd child.
Yes.
But you've only been married 1 year.
Yes.
Did things change after you got married, or was there problems before you were married?
We had took a break when we had started dating, and we had broken up, and then he contacts me through Facebook. I don't reply to him until like maybe a month later I reply, and I go to him, and that's how we started the arguments again. This is how the accusation started. He started accusing me of cheating and not being devoted to him.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to ask you the same question. Why were you so anxious to jump into a whole nother relationship?
Honestly, I felt lonely. I had just broken up. Then I met her, my wife. I thought she's nice. Why don't we give it a go?
Y'all don't understand the concept of dating? I'm talking like,
Yeah.
Yes.
just to see if you like that
To
person.
know each other. Yeah.
Y'all jump straight to living together, having a family, and married, and now looking at divorce. Because you didn't do the dating phase.
Yes.
But now, I know one of the issues you have a problem with, Mrs. Martinez, is this work situation, and you're concerned about your husband's inability to keep a job. Why don't you explain what the problem is?
Over the 7 years I've met him, he hasn't had a stable job. He gets jobs here and there from an agency, but they're not stable. They'll call him maybe every once a week. Actually, just recently, I helped him get a job at the 99-cent store. And that day, honestly, he just went there for 4 hours and didn't go back the next day because he said that he didn't like the way they were treating him.
Wait a minute, he ain't been there for 20 minutes. How are they treating him?
He went there for 1 day for 4 hours.
It's true. She did help me get that job.
What was the job? What were you going to be doing?
I was a stalker, and they were training me to be a stalker. That day, honestly, I saw how everybody operated. And
I believe he quits jobs because he feels disrespected because he used to have his own business and he doesn't like taking orders from anybody. So I believe that's why he quits. You know, he finds any little detail to quit a job.
I used to have a car dealership a long time ago. I started from the bottom, and that's what I know how to do. I had a little bit of savings, and I went through my savings, and I figured, you know, I'm going to take a little break.
You know what, Mr. Martinez? Not for nothing.
Yeah.
But I have 2 degrees and a good job. I can't afford to take a little break.
I'm just tired of him, you know, not working because of that. We've lost our apartment. They raised our rent, and we're currently living in a hotel right now.
Mr. Martinez, here's my question. Were you being paid for those 4 hours that you were on the computer or whatever you were doing?
Yes.
The reason I'm questioning you so tightly on this issue is because you're the one with 2 children at home.
Yes, ma'am.
With another one on the way. And I don't know very many men that quit a job knowing that these are their obligations and knowing this is what they took on. So now you had to go home and tell your wife, I don't have the job.
He says he's not a guppy like other people. That's for suckers. That's not for him, having a regular, stable job.
And you talking about what the guppies are doing. Guess what? The guppies are eating. So how do you feel pride as a man telling your wife that you're not willing to hold down a, quote, 9 to 5 because you don't want to be a guppy, you need to make big money?
Sometimes when we fight, we're in the car, and he starts calling me names.
She threatens in the car going 50, 60 miles an hour
well,
to
if you're in
jump
the car
out.
cursing her out and calling her names, I don't want to be in there with you.
That only happened a couple times.
The one time you called me a slut or a hoe is the last time. Do you see what I'm saying? Because what you're not going to do is disrespect me.
I've been maintaining myself for the past 7 years. My kids have clothes in their bags. They've never suffered.
They live in a hotel, sir. You don't have a stable place. Mrs. Martinez, is that a stable place for you to live in a hotel?
No, that is not a stable.
How many rooms do you live in?
It's a motel. It's just a room and a bathroom.
How long have you been living in a hotel?
We've been living in the hotel for about almost 6, 7 months.
Is that satisfactory for you? I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, well...
Is that satisfactory? Is that what you want?
No, ma'am. Well, the hotel has a kitchen. It's fully equipped. I mean, it's just not one... it's just not a room. It's just a place where you don't want to raise
It sounds like you
kids.
got excuse after excuse. What's worrying me, Ms. Martinez talking about this alcohol problem.
Yes, yes. He tends to drink, and when he drinks, he gets emotional. He gets verbally abusive with me.
That's not true. Honestly, I do drink, and I'm not emotionally. I don't tatter things.
He calls me a slut. He calls me an HO. He calls me all kinds of names.
That's pretty bad, if that's accurate.
I don't get drunk. I just get. You could say I get buzzed.
One time we were at his brother's daughter's birthday, and I guess he had offered one of the guys beer, and I guess his daughter had got upset because he was a recovered alcoholic. But he started fighting with me because I was telling him that, you know, why would he offer them beer and everything. He got mad at me at home and started calling me names, and he was so mad that he ripped his finger apart, and he had to like go get stitches and everything because of the drinking.
There was a glass cup on one of the tables, and I was so mad I grabbed the cup and I squeezed the cup.
So you broke a glass in your own hand.
Yeah,
because you were angry.
I grabbed it, and honestly, karma got me pretty fast because I actually split it was a pretty bad cut, and I had to go to the hospital and get stitches.
But again, your wife says that's what made her worried, because that's not the behavior of somebody stable that she can rely upon.
Sometimes when we fight, we're in the car, and he starts calling me names. And I decided to step out because, you know, I sometimes feel like I don't want to hear him call me names. And sometimes he just leaves me there.
That's not true.
He just leaves me there stranded and doesn't even. He calls me, but to call me names, he doesn't call me to worry about.
Your Honor, the times that I have left her, there's a godson where she steps out of the car and threatens, even when I'm in the car going 50, 60 miles an hour. She threatens to open the door to jump out.
Well, if you're in the car cursing her out and calling her names, I don't want to be in there with you. You call her a slut, you call her a hoe?
That only happened a couple times.
The one time you called me a slut or a hoe is the last time. Do you see what I'm saying? Because what you're not going to do is disrespect me. If I'm your wife, I'm the mother of your children.
Well, in my defense, Your Honor, she's done worse things than call me names. And that's why I am, and that's why I do what I do.
So now we're getting to the real issue.
I kind of feel stuck with him because he tells me, if you leave me, I don't want to see the kids because their mother is a chinny slut.
I told her in a better way, if that's what she really wants.
No, you didn't. You're lying to me. You called her a slut, you called her a hoe, and you said all those nasty things. Own it. I mean, I understand from my case file that you say you suspect that your wife was cheating on you.
This is how it happened, Your Honor. I went to jail for almost less than a month over some warrants, some old warrant that I had and some tickets. And I come out of jail and she cheated on me with one of her coworkers.
And you know this to be fact?
Yes.
Mrs. Martinez?
Yes, I confessed to him because the manager had told him from the building that some guy was coming over. And that time, yes, I did cheat on him. I was at work. I wasn't feeling good that day. I drank a couple beers. There was this guy there who was being nice to me.
And she claims it was only one time.
Yes, I did cheat on him. But I always told him, he knows the truth. Why did he marry me? He decided to marry me after he knew I cheated on him. He always brings that up to my face and everything. And I tell him, you know what? If you're not happy, you could leave.
And that's another thing, Your Honor. She always tells me, well, if you're not happy, just leave.
I mean,
like,
why is he going to be emotionally abusing me if he's not happy? If he's not happy with who I am, if he knows what happened, why is he still there, like, attacking me?
Mrs. Martinez, I've never seen somebody look so unhappy right now. You look so unhappy and so beat down, like your spirit is gone.
He's just tearing me down, and I just can't take it anymore.
Mrs. Martinez, do you have options? You live in a hotel with 2 children, 1 on the way. Literally could happen at any moment.
Well, currently, Grandma, she's taking care of them while we get an apartment.
Mrs. Martinez, is this the life that you want for yourself and your children?
No, I don't.
What do you need to stay in this marriage? What do you need to hear? What do you need to see? Specifically, what do you want?
I need to see him get a job, or for him to be straight up with me that if he's not going to change it, then I'll go. I told him that as soon as I give birth, I'm going to go get a job because he tells me, don't worry, I'll go get one. But I'm about to give birth and I don't see him doing any progress.
Mr. Martinez, Mrs. Martinez is very clear. If you don't make a real change, and I'm not talking about you, hemming and hawing, if you don't make a real change, she's out. Are you prepared to go and do what is necessary to sustain this family?
Yes, ma'am.
I kind of feel stuck with him because, you know, he tells me, if you leave me, I don't want to see the kids. He's like, hey, you tell them why their father left, because their mother is a chinny slut.
And no, that's not true. I've told her.
And every time we fight, he tells me, go look for your baby's daddy because I'm currently pregnant. And you know what?
Told her.
That's just really disrespectful towards me.
I've told her in a better way that if she wants to leave, if that's what she really wants.
No, you didn't. You're lying to me. Don't do that. You did not. I can tell you right now, this child is not sitting here crying because you told her in a better way. You called her a slut, you called her a hoe, and you said all those nasty things. Own it. Own it. Okay?
I did.
Don't look me in the face and lie. Don't lie.
I
know you did.
I did.
This girl standing up in here crying, beat down, no self-esteem.
I understand.
Yes, she stepped out of your relationship while you were in jail. By the way, your behind shouldn't have been in jail. I don't want to hear nothing about no warrants. I don't have no warrants. Robert, you got warrants?
No.
Thank you. You made some bad choices.
And
she made a bad choice. She came to you as a woman and told you that she made a bad choice. You pretended to forgive her, and decided to marry her. I think you married her so you'd have something over her head. She needs to throw in your face that you're an irresponsible drunk who don't pay his warrants on time. Would you feel good about that? Would you feel good if that's the way she talked about you? You gonna call her a slut and a hoe? You think that's a good thing?
No, Your Honor, it's not.
So don't look at me and say you're prepared to do what is necessary unless you're actually prepared. You have to own what you've done, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You beat this young lady down emotionally. And if you're not going to forgive her and move past that, then let her go so she can get somebody who will treat her with love and respect, who will get a job, will show up, who won't get an attitude talking about I deserve respect. You don't deserve respect. One does not demand respect, one commands respect. You don't command respect until you've done something to earn it, sir.
I understand. Well, in my defense, I always treat people with respect everywhere I go.
No, you weren't being very respectful to me when you just lied and told me that you didn't call that child his name.
It could be a bum on the street, and I'll
Sir,
still,
that don't work with me. I mean, I can understand that you were a car salesman because you slick as a mug, okay? But that don't work for me. Been there, done that, bought the T-shirt, saw it on Oprah. No, don't work for me. Mrs. Martinez, baby, do you want resources so that you can be on your own, or do you want to give this marriage a real try?
I'm not sure what I want.
What I want for you is to become the whole woman that you deserve to be. And I can't tell you for certain that this is the man that's going to give you that. It's time for us to give you some resources. My court staff will give you some additional resources to help you make decisions on your own if that's what you want. Even if that means you need some time by yourself and your children so that you can get your mind right. But you should not feel like you don't have an option.
Yes.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to tell you right now, this young lady is going to take a moment for herself.
No problem.
She's going to take a moment for herself. And you're going to use that time to try to figure out if you really and truly are the man you claim to be. Because I haven't seen any evidence of it today. And the evidence will be, the proof will be in the pudding. Get a job, keep that job, and show her that you can be the husband and father. And let me tell you another thing. You call her out of her name again, you have every right to tell him to take his pictures and his plants and get out of your house. Do you hear what I said?
Yes.
Stand up for yourself. Don't you lay down on the floor and be a doormat anymore. Take your name back. Take yourself back. And grow some self-esteem. It's time for you to be the woman you need to be. What a jerk.
You know what? We've been, how many cases? Who knows what number? I'm pissed. I'm looking at her, and I'm thinking to myself, if my daughter gets that age, if she deals with some guy like this, nah, it's not happening.
You're going to end up catching the case.
Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say.
I know. I mean, I do not want you in a courtroom other than when you're working. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, this young lady has been so beat down by her self-esteem.
Right.
And he's blaming her for every part of their demise, when in reality, he's just an older man who groomed a younger woman to be reliant upon him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the only way I could say it is just like he would. Honestly, Your Honor.
Oh, Lord.
They don't belong together.
If he had said that one more time, I wanted to throw that gavel.
Mrs. Martinez thought her husband would clean up his act after their first time in divorce court. Instead, she says he's graduated to scamming churches and denying their baby. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Martinez v. Martinez.
Mrs. Martinez and Mr. Martinez, I did not expect to see you back here.
How are you?
We know each other. The last time I saw you, I thought that we had resolved what was going on. But today, it looks like we have a whole nother issue. Mrs. Martinez and Mr. Martinez, you all have been together for 9 years. This is a case that I know very, very well. You've been married for 3 years. You have 3 children together. And you've had a baby since I saw you the last time. Ages 5, 3, and 1. And then there's a 2-month-old who seems to be in question. Mrs. Martinez, why are we back in court today?
I am here, Your Honor, because I am angry. I am pissed and I want a divorce. Not only is my husband manipulative and controlling, but he's also denying our 2-month-old baby. Once I prove he is the father, I am walking away for good.
So no matter what the DNA test says, you're ready to be done with the marriage?
Yes, I am ready to walk away.
Mr. Martinez, I thought we've had some of this discussion the last time. What do you say to your wife's allegations?
Well, Your Honor, I am here because I love my wife. We've been together for a long time. We have 3 kids and a newborn. I want to know, bottom line, I want to know if that's my kid or not.
I want to find out what has been going on. I don't even need to start all the way back at how you met, because I know how you met. And y'all have been through a whole heck of a lot together. But you are back in court now. Tell me what has happened since you were in court.
The last time we came to court, Your Honor, 2 years ago, it was fabulous. Oscar changed. He got his act together.
He listened to me.
He got a job, he got a car, and he got us a stable place to live.
Bravo, Mr. Martinez.
But
I'm very proud of you.
That didn't last long.
Oh, Lord.
He got into a car accident, and he got into a very bad car accident where he almost lost his life. He was in the hospital for almost a week.
Oh, my goodness. No, he got into a very bad car accident.
Yes. And after he was recovering, I asked him, are you going to go back to work? And he tells me no. He refused to go back to work, so he lost his job. And we're back to zero again. We lost our apartment. We're back to the hotels with our 3 kids. It's just a mess.
So it's a revolving door of irresponsibility
and he's
again.
back to treating me like dirt again.
So, Mr. Martinez, you know, I was very proud to hear what you had accomplished. And, of course, I kept up with your case. I didn't know about the car accident. I just knew that you had really gotten yourself together.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I know that Mrs. Martinez was happy with the man that she got her husband back again. So what happened, sir?
Lots of things happened. I got into a car accident.
But you're looking good, so you good now. So you can't tell me there's nothing wrong with you, because you look 100% better than you looked the last time I saw you.
Yes, Your Honor. Honestly, this accident made me change. There's been a lot of
Mr. Martinez,
thoughts.
it sounds like this accident made you lazy again. Because you take responsibility. You know I'm the judge that's going to always hold you accountable.
Yes, ma'am.
So did it make you lazy again?
I take full responsibility on that. She wanted me to go to work right away. I mean, I was still in crutches. I was in a wheelchair. I still feel my neck kind of tense from time to time. You know.
But if you can stand here, you can work.
Yes, ma'am.
You can work. I mean, and every family needs, you know, both parents, both family members to work. I don't know very many families that exist just on one income, no matter how much money you have. Unless you Mr. Bezos and them, you got to work. Everybody got to work. You know what I'm saying?
He's also very manipulative.
Because he was manipulative before, but you say things change. What has happened now?
Now, okay, we were back to live in a hotel, like I told you. We were short for our hotel. We were short like $700, and he told me, ask my mom. And I told him, why do I have to ask your mom? She's your mother. After all, that's embarrassing for me. So he said, I'm not telling her. So I'm like, I'm not telling her either. And he's like, okay. So we checked out. At the end of the day, we ended up sitting down on a bus stop, and he looked at me and he said, this is your fault. I'm like, how is this my fault? We're sitting on the bus stop because you don't want to work. At the end of the day, I ended up asking his mom for the money because I feel like he uses me as bait, because at that time I was still pregnant. I called his mom.
So getting you and keeping you pregnant makes begging for money a lot easier.
And like always, his mom gave us the money, and we ended up going back to the hotel.
So this can't be a life that you want.
That's why I'm ready to walk away.
Mr. Martinez, I'm coming back to you.
Well, Your Honor,
why would you put your family in that situation?
Well, Your Honor, that's not totally true. Honestly, Your Honor, I was going through a tough time. I did ask her to tell my mom, I told her, you know what? Because she gets along with my mother more than I do. You know, it's not my style. Hey, Mom, you know, can you lend me some cash? No, it's not my style. So I told her.
Why is it not your style?
Because I like to do things on my own, and that's
Well, you
always
don't
been.
do things on your own. Okay? It's not your style because you don't want to come across like a begging boy.
Yes.
To your mother.
I understand. So I asked her, you know what, babe? Ask my mom. She'll give you the money. She gave us the money. We went to the hotel.
So Mrs. Martinez is right. You use her as bait.
He is the reason why we are back in the hotels. So one time he told me, let's go to church. We were feeling down. We were going through a lot of stuff. So I'm like, let's go to church. He doesn't even stay for the mass or anything. He right away goes to the priest and tells the priest, we just came from Mexico. We came from jumping the border. We don't speak English. And we don't have nowhere to live. And my wife is pregnant with my baby.
You need Jesus. I'm telling you that right now. But that's not the only way he manipulates money.
Okay. So one time he told me, well, more than once, he told me, let's go to church. Let's go pray. And I told him, you know what? This might help our situation. You know, we were feeling down. We were going through a lot of stuff. So I'm like, let's go to church. We go to church. And he doesn't even stay for the mass or anything. He right away goes to the priest and tells the priest, you know what? We just came from Mexico. We came from jumping the border. We don't speak English. And we don't have nowhere to live, and my wife is pregnant with my baby. So out of nowhere, the people come and they start giving us money, and then he still tells me, make sure you don't drop no money. And I felt so embarrassed.
This is exactly what happened. We went to church. I did want to go to church because I felt that I needed to go to church, right?
You need Jesus. I'm telling you that right now. You need Jesus.
Yes, yeah. I accept full responsibility. We go to church. We sit there. My plan was to go. You know what?
I knew who he could hustle.
I know a lot of people, so I knew a specific person that I need to go to, which is the pastor. And,
to do what?
To ask him for help because I mean.
Did you tell the priest that you were new immigrants to the country?
I told him that I was going through a tough time and that we took a trip.
You lied.
No.
You lied.
We've been to like 3 different churches.
And he pulled the same thing? I'm sorry, Mr. Martinez, that's wrong. Don't do that.
That's not exactly accurate. That's not exactly how it went down.
It went down that way 3 times, according to your wife.
She wasn't complaining when I got the whole money. I got over $600. I told her, you know what? We're not going to be on the street. We've never been on the street like that. We've struggled. And I told her, you know what?
That's true. We've never been on the street because he always finds a way.
I never give up. I always say what I'm going to do.
Do you know the best way to accomplish that is to take your butt down to the Walmart, the UPS, the post office, to somebody and get a job. Okay? Go over to the Amazon. Go somewhere. Go somewhere. Hustle up enough money to see if you can borrow a car. Instead of begging people for money, see if you can borrow a car so you can do some food deliveries. Whatever you have to do that is legal, that's what a grown man does, Mr. Martinez.
I understand.
That's how he looks out for his family.
Yes. Just to add to the story, honestly, I went to those churches because I know those people. It was just not strangers. Hey, you know what? Let me get $1,000. No.
So, Mr. Martinez, what you just said to me is, I went to my friends in order
to my brothers and sisters from
to
church.
manipulate them. That makes it even worse.
I feel like he always uses me as bait.
He does.
And he's very controlling as well.
I'm gonna be honest. One day she was asleep and I went through her phone.
What made you want to go through the phone?
It was just
you had
telling
some spidey sense
yeah,
was going
yes.
on.
So I went through her phone, I went to her Google Maps, and I found out that she was going to motels. And I found out that she cheated on me with...
He's very controlling as well. You know, There was a time when I went to school because he wasn't working, and I wanted to get like a little certificate or something into billing and coding. It was a 1-year course. So I went in, and there was this one time where it was a group study, and I told him, I have to go to a group study, you know, so we can know what we're doing about the course. And he said, you're not going to the course because you guys are going there just to have fun and party. And I told him, well, you know what? Even if you support me or not, I'm still going anyways. So at that moment, he got mad. He got so angry. He ripped up my textbooks, and I started failing on my course, and I just ended up dropping out.
Well, I don't understand why you would do that, Mr. Martinez.
Your Honor, what happened is she signed up to a bootleg college, which is known to steal and get people, recruit people, and if that person doesn't want to go to school anymore, you still get stuck with the loan. And we both went to the orientation. Well, you do know
scam artists know scam artists now, I can tell you that.
And, Your Honor, I told her, I'm fair. I told her, you know what, this is gonna every time you run your credit, it's bad. In this state, you need your credit. Your credit is who you are.
In this state, you need a job. You can't preach to this woman about nothing right now when I'm sitting here just heard that you scammed folk out of money from the church.
And
okay?
When we went to orientation, Your Honor, I'm sorry, but when we went to the orientation, I was waiting outside. She came out with a face like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I was just trying to do something to make our family better. That's it.
And I told her, you know what? You need to find yourself. You need to find what you want to do in life.
I'm sorry, Mr. Martinez, you are preaching to the wrong person. You can't lecture nobody on somebody finding something they want to do with life when you don't have a job. Okay? Those who don't have jobs can't lecture me on what I need to do with my life, okay?
I understand.
You need to get a job, then you can roll up in here and tell folk what to do. That is a problem. That is a problem. The jury is looking at you like, look, there was no jury the last time, so now you got the judge, the bailiff, and the jury looking at you like, come on, sir. The math ain't mathing, okay? That's it. You need to understand that. Take accountability. And if this lady wants to try to do something for herself,
I understand,
then you
Mom.
need to be supportive of that.
He's also insecure.
No joke.
He's also insecure because, okay, I'm going to tell you a story. It was our kid's graduation. We were on the bus. We were on our way to our son's graduation, and there was this guy staring.
Wow.
And he tells me, you know that guy? You like him, huh? I was like, dude. So he walks out of the bus and leaves me there. So I end up going to my kid's graduation by myself.
Your Honor.
And when our son asked, where's Dad? I told him, oh, he's working. He'll be here later. So we went to a family dinner. And right there, his mom calls him and tells him, oh, you're not coming to your son's dinner? And he says, no. So I told him, he's like, Dad's not coming? I'm like, no, he's not coming. He got put up with work, so, you know. But we all know that's a lie. He doesn't have a job.
Your Honor.
I'm listening, Mr. Martinez.
I walked off that bus because I know myself. I don't want that situation to escalate. They were having a competition. I mean, come on, man, it's me. So I told him, you know what? You guys know each other? I could leave so you guys can be, you guys want to have a stare down, no problem. I'll just get off the bus. And I told him, you know her?
Mr. Martinez, what's this about? What? Because
honestly,
you did not this trust situation. What is that about?
I felt bad because I missed my son's graduation.
You missed it on purpose.
I did not miss it on purpose.
You could just show up at the son's graduation. You didn't have to deal with your wife because it's about the relationship with your child.
I understand.
Your child asked multiple times to his grandmother, to his mother, is Daddy coming? Is Daddy coming? Because he wanted his father there to see him accomplish something.
And that made me even more mad, Your Honor, because I was kind of like, it's my fault and it's her fault too.
It's not her fault. No matter what, it's not her fault. Not in that regard. You can't.
He doesn't care about
allow anybody to take you away from your responsibilities. You're that child's father.
I love my kids, all my kids, and I will always be there for them. And
they're all excuses. I'm tired of this.
She says they're excuses, Your Honor, and I say this: they're not excuses. It is what it is. Bottom line, black and white. She's always saying that I'm insecure. She's always saying that I'm this and that.
Well, why are you so insecure? Because I understand that
I'm not insecure. I see things.
Tell me some of the things that
react.
you've seen, because I want to hear from your perspective what's been going on. Because I have not heard from you, Mr. Martinez, what's been going on in your life in that regard.
Your Honor, oh my God, this is kind of hard for me, but I'm gonna be honest. One day she was asleep, and I went through her phone.
I know that happens. It's an invasion of privacy, and we all agree to that.
I went
but
to her
I know
phone,
folk, y'all do it.
which I shouldn't have done it because I don't do that. So I went to her phone.
What made you want to go through the phone?
To get a doubt. It was just
you
telling me.
had some spidey sense was going on.
So I went to her phone. I went to her Google Maps, and I found out that she was going to motels. She went to 1, 2, 3 motels. And I found out that she cheated on me with my straight out. And that's why I'm denying my baby. And I
Okay, wait, hold up. I'm sorry. One moment.
And Your Honor.
Oh, Mr. Martinez. I need a minute. Okay. The judge is back. Did you just say you found out she cheated on you with
a family member? Yes. And she claims it was only 3 times. 3 times. And she says it like, oh yeah, it was just 3 times.
Twice.
How do I know that? Twice. Wow. She's actually, wow. How do I know that?
I'll tell you why.
There's a reason?
There's a reason.
Wow.
There is a reason.
It is. And then she wonders why am I the way I am.
He went to jail. He got arrested. He left me. Of course, he had no job. We had no monies. How was I going to pay rent? I had no money. His family member also took advantage of the situation. He told me, I'll help you, but in something in return. He was calling me. I was putting money in his books. He was calling me every day from prison, and those phone calls are not cheap. Those are $20 to $30 a call. He would call me 3 or 4 times a day. And even if when I would tell him the phone calls are expensive, he would still call me 3 or 4 times a day. You know, I felt like I had nothing else to do. I had no job. I had got a job. As soon as he went to prison, I had got a job right away. But who was going to pay rent the next week?
Y'all ain't never heard of Walmart. So you chose, and not to put too fine a point on it,
Your Honor.
but you chose to whore yourself out?
For $4 grand.
You slept with a family member.
With
For
family
$4,000,
member.
yes.
Next time on Divorce Court. Mrs. Martinez, anybody that would push me to a point where prostituting myself is my only option, that's not who I need to be with.
Your Honor, you know what? I accept full responsibility. I feel like it was my fault that she did this.
He feels like he's the only one that's traumatized. How do you think I felt?
I work very hard at not trying to judge people's behavior, but I'm trying very hard not to vomit in my own mouth right now.
Honestly, when she was telling me all this crying, we went to the McDonald's and had sex. I grabbed her. I told her, you know what? Come here. And Your Honor, and that's not it.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's not it. Now we don't know who the baby belongs to.
Previously on Divorce Court. Mrs. Martinez and Mr. Martinez, I did not expect to see you back here.
I am here, Your Honor, because I am angry. I am pissed and I want a divorce. Not only is my husband manipulative and controlling, but he's also denying our 2-month-old baby.
I'm here for answers. I want to know, bottom line, I want to know if that's my kid or not.
I want to find out what has been going on.
The last time we came to court, Your Honor, 2 years ago, it was fabulous. And we're back to zero again. We lost our apartment. We're back to the hotels with our 3 kids.
Lots of things happened. I got into a car accident. This accident made me change.
Mr. Martinez, it sounds like this accident made you lazy again.
We were feeling down. We were going through a lot of stuff. So I'm like, let's go to church. He doesn't even stay for the mass or anything. He right away goes to the priest and tells the priest, we don't have nowhere to live and my wife is pregnant with my baby. The people come and they start giving us money.
You need Jesus. I'm telling you that right now. This trust situation, what is that about?
I'm gonna be honest. One day, she was asleep and I went through her phone. It was just telling me.
You had some spidey sense was going on.
And I found out that she cheated on me with my
That's gonna take a minute. That's gonna take a minute. That's gonna take a minute. Mrs. Martinez, anybody that would push me to a point where prostituting myself is my only option, that's not who I need to be with.
I felt like I had no choice.
Your Honor, you know what? I accept full responsibility. In this case, I feel like it was my fault that she did this.
And you all
me.
figured out a way to get through that. Because you're
I don't
clearly,
know how
you're here.
I did, but I'm getting through that.
How old
He feels
is
like
this family member?
He feels like he's the only one that's traumatized. How do you think I felt when I had to sleep with your for
And honestly,
because
Your Honor,
we didn't
and
have
honestly,
no money.
Honestly, Your Honor, she was drunk when she was doing it because I found bottles of Bacardi in my apartment.
Let me guess, you had to be
They
drunk.
were full.
Yes.
They were full and they weren't even open.
Yeah,
And he knows that.
those were full.
I'm gonna talk for just a minute. Mrs. Martinez, do you have family outside of Mr. Martinez and his family?
No.
That's clear to me, because you really and truly need to have some people in your life who will put their arms around you and tell you that you're valuable. Because for you to do something like that means that you are one of the most damaged people that I've ever met in my life. I remember you standing before me before, and you were so beat down in spirit. I remember looking at you with tears, and you had lost yourself. And now you're doing things that is just so outside the realm of decency. You have to know that that's not something that you'd ever be proud of.
And Your Honor, I've tried to call my family member, and he doesn't want to talk to me. For various reasons.
Mr. Martinez, is this family member the reason you're concerned that the baby is not yours?
Honestly, yes.
Do you think it's possibly the family member?
I have more reasons
There's been
besides that.
There's been somebody else?
Yes.
Who wants to tell me about that?
I'll tell you, Your Honor. We checked into a motel, and I had to leave I needed some space. I went back to the motel. She was nowhere to be found. She put another move on. She just left.
You all
She
were
left.
arguing, I bet. Is that correct, Mrs. Martinez?
That's correct, but
She
I
left.
didn't leave.
Your Honor, she left. Well, I tried to call her. My phone was dying.
I'll
Ms.
tell you.
Martinez, what happened? Excuse me, Mr. Martinez, I want to hear this.
We were in the hotel. We got into a heated argument. He left. So he goes downstairs and he checks me out of the hotel. So since he checked out, the people from downstairs told me you can't stay here. So I had to check out. It was 12 at night. I went to go sit at a bus stop. It was like 3 in the morning.
Where are the children in all of this?
They're with my mother-in-law because she knows what's going on.
Your Honor, I couldn't get in touch with her. She thought the relationship was over because we never apart. We apart each other for like when we're arguing, I leave for an hour or two and then we reunite.
But he's asking where was I? Where was he?
Exactly.
There
Where
was
was
this
he?
guy-
What
I'll tell you
happened?
where was she.
There was this guy
She
who
was
came
in her
up.
Give me a minute,
There was this
excuse
guy
me.
who came at the bus stop. And he said, hey, are you okay? I was crying. He started being nice to me. And he took me to somewhere safe. And it was a rooftop of a building.
Can you?
And we ended up having sex.
Wow.
There's a reason that he doesn't trust you.
And Your Honor, she calls me in the morning because she wouldn't answer her phone. She claims that her phone had died. She calls me, hey, where are you? And I told her, where are you? Meet me here. She comes, she gets off the stop. She looked like she was, I don't know. And I told her the truth. I felt it in my heart. I'm like, you know what? Tell me the truth. Oh, no. She told me straight out, oh, I was in a rooftop by myself. I found it. And she still wanted to take me there. I'm like, what the?
So she lied.
No, she didn't lie. She actually told me she was in the rooftop. She was, but she didn't tell me.
Or who she was with.
Who she was with. So I kept telling her, you know what? I know what you did. No, I didn't do it. I kept going. She kept following me. And she's like, until she confessed. And she didn't use protection. She didn't use protection. She didn't. I like it because she tells me, she always tells me the truth when she does something horrible like that. And she told me, you know what, babe, it was nothing. It was nothing. You know, he didn't even last 10 seconds and then blah, blah, blah. Crap. And
Yeah,
you know,
because I started to feel bad, yes.
And I'm like, what in the world are you telling? In my head, I'm like, oh my God. But me, as I started going into details. So what happened? Okay, well, you know, they went to the rooftop. And so he couldn't even get you a room, a decent room, at least to go do your thing. Yeah, you had to go to a rooftop, climb, breaking and entering,
I'm disgusted.
trespassing.
I'm sorry. I'm disgusted. I work very hard at not trying to judge people's behavior, but I'm trying very hard not to vomit in my own mouth right now.
Honestly, when she was telling me all this crying, we went to the McDonald's and had sex. I grabbed her. I told her, you know what? Come here. You want, and you know, because I needed some go out some steam. So we ended up going to the McDonald's in the restroom, and I had sex with her in the restroom.
I work very hard at not trying to judge people's behavior because whatever's happening in your relationship, you've made the decision to be in a
Your Honor,
relationship.
honestly,
but I'm trying very hard not to vomit in my own mouth.
And Your
right
Honor,
now.
honestly, when she was telling me all this crying, we went to the McDonald's and had sex. I grabbed her. I told her, you know what? Come here. You want, and you know, because I needed some blow out some steam. So we ended up going to the McDonald's in the restroom, and I had sex with her in the restroom when she was telling me all this crap.
Did
Sorry.
you even have time to bathe between men?
Nope.
Nothing. I was like, you want me to treat you like that, like dirty? Let's do this. So I'm like, you know
my
what?
God.
I
don't
could be
wanna laugh,
nasty
but
too.
just
I could be
Jesus Christ.
disgusting
Do
too.
you actually hear how this sounds,
Yes.
ma'am? You know, honestly, if I didn't know the two of you, I would sincerely think that my court staff was punking me and that this was a joke. I would sincerely think that you were actors.
No, this is.
But this is real life because I know the two of you. I know your background. I've seen the photos of your children. I know they exist. I know this case.
And Your Honor, and that's not it.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's not it. Now we don't know who the baby belongs to.
Yes,
Either
we
that
do.
guy-
Yes, because he had
and-
sex with me the same day, so don't give me that excuse.
Wow. But you had sex with him before.
You did
me?
too?
You do realize that means it could be either one's baby.
No, I know whose it is.
You might be able to count,
And Your Honor,
but biology says if you've had sex with two different people within the time of conception, it could be either person. I mean, that's just biology. I make no judgment on behavior. That's just biology.
This is his baby because I didn't even let
you
the
wanna
other
know
guy
why I
finish.
have
Oh, dear Lord.
doubts, too? Because I have lots of kids. I have 3 kids with her. None of my kids. She was diagnosed with Turner syndrome, which means she has a heart condition internally. Her organs are
No, he doesn't
shaped.
even know what that means.
And-
Turner syndrome
and-
is when one chromosome disconnects with the other. It's not heredity
Oh,
or
she's
anything.
beautiful.
So honestly, Your Honor, that makes me doubt even more if it's my baby, because none of my
Because he
children
doesn't make sick
have that.
babies.
Have that. And you know what? I still love her. And even though even if it's not my baby or if it is my baby, I'm still there for her. I've gone to all the appointments. I've done what any dad would do, even if it's not my baby. When the baby was born, I didn't feel any connection.
Mrs. Martinez, you wanted to do this DNA test because you wanted to put everything to rest and resolve once and for all. Am I correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Martinez, you wanted to know for certain.
Yes.
When it comes to 2-month-old Jenny Quintero, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Martinez, I got nothing. I sincerely, I don't even know what to say to the two of you. I don't know if I give advice for marriage counseling. I don't know if therapy. I almost want social services to take those children because I feel like they're in danger because you all are making choices that will impact on them for the rest of their lives. I'm worried about the kids right now. But I can resolve one thing for you because we did a DNA test at your request. Corey, will you please get the results?
Yes.
And Your Honor, when the baby was born, I looked at the baby. Usually babies, the time has passed by. I didn't feel any connection. I didn't feel that father thing. I was just there because responsible because I wanted to be there.
I'd like to know before I even go to this, Mrs. Martinez, what do you want?
I want to divorce him.
And what's your plan?
Be myself again. He has torn me down. I used to be so happy. I had a job. I was going to school. I met him.
Your Honor, when...
Excuse me, I'm listening to her. Something that you should have done also.
I just want to divorce him. I want to get away from him. I feel like with him, I have become the most terrible person. I have shown him the bad side of me. Thank you. I just want to get away from him. Honestly, instead of love, I hate him.
And I'm telling you that feeling is really making you hate yourself because the things that you are doing is so destructive for yourself. Every time you allow another human being inside of you, a little piece of you is taken out also. That's why people make choices about who they are intimate with, because you're sharing so much of yourself and you're throwing yourself around like you're a piece of meat, like you don't matter. Mrs. Martinez, you matter. You matter, honey. You matter.
Your Honor, permission to speak, to say something?
What would you like to say, Mr. Martinez?
She knows that I've always been there for her, and
No,
it's
you
not
haven't.
always been like
No,
like
you
this, Your
haven't,
Honor.
Mr. Martinez. No, you haven't.
I've showed her the
No,
best
you haven't,
of
Mr.
me.
Martinez. Stop it.
She's like that
Listen,
because
let
she
me
wants
tell
to
you
be.
something. I put all blame right now on Mrs. Martinez because she's an adult and she's made some really poor choices. But what you will not do is stand there and be self-righteous and pretend that you've been the man that she deserved. Please don't do that because it's not true. It's not true. I don't blame you for her choices, but you are not innocent. You have taken this woman's youth and her time, and I don't know what these results are going to be, and I don't know what choices you all are going to make, but both of you stand here in accountability. Both of you are accountable for your own actions. You going to jail, leaving your family, living in hotels, children having inconsistency. You are raising a generation of children who are not going to know who they are or whose they are. And that is so wrong. In my personal opinion, you've both committed child abuse. In my personal opinion, because no child should have been put through the things that you all have been putting them through. Mrs. Martinez, you wanted to do this DNA test because you wanted to put everything to rest and resolve once and for all. Am I correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Martinez, you wanted to know for certain.
Yes.
When it comes to 2-month-old Jenny Quintero, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Martinez, you are the father.
Thank God. Thank God.
Now what?
I still want a divorce.
Will you retrieve the papers for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Martinez, will you accept some individual therapy from this court?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Hurt people hurt people. And the person that you've been hurting more than anyone is you. I really want you to get some help. You said you want to get back to yourself. I actually want you to find yourself. I want you to stop treating you like you don't matter. It breaks my heart that you don't value yourself as much as other people value you. But I'm going to give you the therapy necessary to help you get to that point. You've signed these papers. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Serve the papers.
You've been served.
Mr. Martinez, I cannot force you to sign them.
I'm not signing that.
I can't. But what I can do for Mrs. Martinez is provide you with a transcript of these proceedings so that you can begin a civil court proceeding to dissolve your marriage.
Thank you.
I honestly think that is the best thing for you, coupled with therapy. And I'm not ordering marriage therapy. I'm ordering individual therapy. Because I do not think that the two of you belong together. This is a family that is in shambles. And the two of you are not good for each other, not good for these children, not good for the state of marriage. Somebody's going to end up in jail or dead. Because right now, you're being trafficked, you're being mentally and physically abused, and you need to get out of this. Are you ready to walk out of this?
Yes.
I want you to walk her out, because not on my watch will you go back with him. Take her out.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, you want to follow me this way?
Your Honor, what I will say, I will sign the birth certificate. That I will sign.
Yeah, you're going to, because I tell you what, any job you ever get, I want them to garnish every bit of your wages for all those children.
So are you relieved to know the DNA test results?
Yes, I do. At least he knows he was the father.
Yeah. Are you happy with your decision to move forward
Yes,
by yourself?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I hope everything will turn out better now.
Hi, Judge. I wanted to thank you for all your help since court. Oscar and I have been going to couples therapy. Oscar has really changed.
Gabriel and I have a lot to work on. We both are getting new jobs and currently waiting for an apartment to have a roof over our head.
I am glad the DNA results show that he is the father.
I'm happy that me and Gabriela can finally fix and work on our marriage.
Thank you, Judge, for always making me feel heard and for all your advice.
Mrs. Calhoun says it was her husband's charm that set a fire in her heart. But it was his cheating that made her set fire to his clothes. Today, on Divorce Court.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Calhoun v. Calhoun.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Calhoun, Mr. Calhoun. It's a pleasure to have you here in Divorce Court, and welcome everyone to Divorce Court. Today we are looking at the case of Calhoun versus Calhoun, a married couple, as I understand, have been together for 6 years, married for 3 years. Mrs. Calhoun, why are we in court today?
I'm here today to divorce my husband.
Oh, you ready?
Yes, I am. I've given him chance after chance. It doesn't work. He is a liar. He's a cheater. He is also has anger issues. I'm just ready to go ahead and get these papers signed so I can go ahead and hit this dating scene and give our kids a new daddy.
You're ready?
Yes, I am.
So I have to tell you, Mr. Calhoun, rarely do I hear a wife come in and say, I'm ready to go look for the next. Not only do I want to get rid of the present, I am already looking towards the future. So I know that you all have a 4-year-old together, and you have blended a family of children from previous relationships. So there's some stakes here. What do you say to your wife's allegations?
Well, I'm here to fight for our marriage. I mean, growing up, I was adopted, so I'm big on family. I want to keep our family together, keep it strong. So that's why I'm here to kind of try to rekindle that.
So big on family usually means you place family as a high priority for yourself. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, I do.
So let me see if you've been placing it as a high priority in the past. I'll go to you, Mrs. Calhoun. Why don't you take me back to how you all first met and what got us here to divorce court?
So we first met, we lived in the same neighborhood. I was dog sitting at the time, and my dog actually jumped inside of his car. And that's how we started talking.
So the dog picked the man?
Yes, my dog did. Pick the man.
So you were together for 6 years. You had a baby before you got married.
Yes.
But then got married pretty soon after.
Yes. Yes.
So tell me about that proposal and the wedding.
So the proposal was beautiful. We was in front of all of my friends and my family. We came down to visit my mother. And it was magical.
He did it in front of family and friends?
He did it in front of all my family and my friends.
Yeah, way to go. All right now.
Thank you.
Mr. Calhoun being player, I like that. Okay. All right, so how did it go so wrong?
So I had a taxi account. At the time, I wasn't able to do it myself.
Oh, okay, like one of the rideshare accounts?
Yeah,
okay.
like one of those. So I had my husband do it for me.
Okay.
He was doing it for a while, and then one day, we was asleep, and his phone just kept vibrating. I didn't think nothing of it. I kind of just silenced the notification. Then it happened again. At this point, it's 3 in the morning. It was a number that he had got from a ride. I proceeded to wake him up with a bucket of water because he wouldn't wake up.
Corey, is that the way your wife wake you up?
No.
Yeah. And I proceeded to ask him questions, and he told me that, you know, he was just trying to get some cash rides for his, you know, his clientele.
First of all, I care about her because when she threw the water on me, I reached for her to tell her we was drowning. I thought we was drowning.
And I told him we wasn't.
She's standing over me with the pot.
I said we wasn't drowning. You are. You're drowning.
Mr. Calhoun, y'all were really asleep if you just
We were, but the kissy face thing, that I don't know where that came from. That was just out the blue. I don't know, maybe, I mean, can you look at me? You know, just kissy faces come out of nowhere sometimes.
So wait, but you, is this a random person?
A random person.
That's what he said. It's a random person.
I didn't know her.
He said it was a random person at first, but then it became to, oh, she's just a rider. And she may need some cash rides, so I took her information so she can hit me.
So what, did you put any boundaries there? To say, I'm married and this is about riding, and, I don't mean riding?
Put any boundaries on it because she already poured water on me. It was over with from that point.
And that's not the only time.
I was trying to make some money for our family. That's the reason why I was.
I want to hear about this other cheating incident because clearly this is something that's been hanging there. That's why we're here in court, I could tell.
He had a best friend at the time that he asked if she could come stay with us.
It was a woman?
It was a woman. We had a discussion. He asked me if I ever done anything with my best friends. I do have male best friends. I told him no. We proceeded with that's fine. She was supposed to be coming to visit.
Wait a minute, I want to be clear with the facts.
Yes.
You have some male best friends, he has some female best friends.
Yes.
You both have discussion about your opposite sex best friends and whether or not you all had been previously intimate with them. Am I correct?
Yes.
And your opposite sex male best friends you have not been intimate with. Am I correct?
Correct.
And he told you his opposite sex best friend he had not been intimate with.
Yes.
And this is somebody who came to live in your home.
Yes.
Okay. And what happened?
A few weeks went by. Everything was great. We built a great relationship, me and her. Great relationship with my daughter. Everything was perfect. But some time goes by, and I'm at the grocery store with my friend. And my friend asks me if I know what's going on in the house. And I tell her no. And she proceeds to tell me that Bree and David are sleeping together and have been sleeping together the whole time. So I proceeded to call him. He denies it. I called her. She denies it. I tell her to pretty much have her stuff packed by the time I get back. I get there. She's sitting there. She's quiet. She says nothing. She packs her stuff and she leaves. But when she leaves, she does send me a text, sending me an apology, pretty much explaining her side of everything.
So in other words, she just confessed to using you, being in your home.
Yeah, I submitted some documents to the court, too.
Let me see this evidence. Oh, it's in a text. I apologize that you had to find out this way. I really didn't mean to hurt you in any way.
First of all, she's delusional.
It's been going on for a while. I didn't know how to end it. And Mrs. Calhoun responds, girl, bye. You were literally living in our, and I can imagine, house. I'm so sorry. So-and-so you and that so-and-so, y'all both trifling as hell. I would agree. I swear on everything, I didn't mean for it to go this far. You didn't deserve this.
Oh.
Side chicks ain't loyal, Mr. Calhoun.
First of all, that's not my side chick. Listen.
Is that a lie?
We had something before me and Dar, okay? And I admit that I should have told her about that situation, but...
Well, I'm sorry, Corey, I just want to be clear. Did you or did you not offer the defendant the opportunity to take a polygraph examination?
Oh, they did.
And he said he didn't want to take a polygraph examination. Am I correct?
That is correct.
What you got to hide, sir?
Hey, first of all...
What you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything. I don't believe in answering questions that don't need answering, so...
You see why we here? And with all this cheating, it turned me into somebody I didn't even know who I didn't even recognize myself.
I saw here that something really bad happened.
Yes, I burnt his stuff up. I threw his hookah in the lawn. I broke the door down trying to get to him.
Which, by the way, I think is completely outrageous, over the top, and anybody that turns you into such a toxic person, you don't need to be with. There's been a huge issue as it relates to cheating.
Yes.
This whole social media thing that ended up with a fire. Tell me about that.
I received a friend request on Snapchat, which is not odd. I get Snapchat requests all the time. But this one was a little different. I was on the phone, I accepted it, and I looked at her message, and it was a lot of subliminal messages referring to my husband. So I called him and I asked him if he knew who this young lady was. He told me no, to block her. I didn't, because something didn't feel right. This was his first response. So I proceeded to look at her messages, and she sent me a message of them in the car together, riding around, kissing, hugging. She also sent me cash apps that he had been sending her, which at the time was, you know, I was the only one working, so.
So he was sending her your money?
Yeah.
Slow it down. Wait a minute. Hold on now. I wasn't sending her money, okay?
That's the story he still says.
Mr. Calhoun, I'd like to find out about this relationship with the random girl on social media.
I mean, she wasn't random. It was somebody from the past, and at this time, we weren't even really, you know, engaging like that. I used to want to Netflix and chill. She wanted best friends and thrills, so she would go out, I would be at home, and I mean...
And with all this cheating, it turned me into somebody I didn't even know who I didn't even recognize myself. Like I
because
said,
I saw here that something really bad happened.
Yes, I burnt his stuff up. I burnt his things up. I threw his hookah in the lawn. I hung it up in the trees. I broke the door down trying to get to him. I submitted some evidence.
Let's see. Oh.
Where are you getting this footage from? How do you have this?
Let's call evidence people who are mad.
Yes.
Yeah, people are mad and they want to show you what the manifestation of that anger is, which, by the way, I think is completely outrageous, over the top. And anybody that turns you into such a toxic person, you don't need to be with.
Yeah.
That's it. You just don't need to be with them. I don't understand.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, I did bring a witness with me, somebody that could testify.
Tell me who the witness is.
It's her sister.
Testifying on your behalf?
Yes.
I would like very much to speak with the witness. Mrs. Calhoun seems to think Mr. Calhoun has been catting around.
Well, maybe if she wasn't complaining all the time.
This is also still the same sister that stayed in the house after I moved out. The rumors of y'all being together.
What?
I'm just not hearing this today.
No,
I have never heard a rumor like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's the first thing I thought just sitting here. Will you please ask the witness to join us?
Sure thing.
Yes.
All righty.
How is my sister your witness?
Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
I'm Antoinette Johnson. I'm Darlicia's sister.
And you are here testifying on his behalf.
I am.
This is crazy. This don't make no sense.
Ms. Johnson, what's your opinion of this marriage, since you are the sister-in-law and the sister? The dynamic is very interesting.
I love my sister, but I believe she should stay with
You
the house.
is his witness. How? I'm divorcing the man.
It's okay. Listen.
I want to hear from Ms. Johnson, because to come into the divorce court on his behalf, you think she should give him another chance?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because Dino's a great guy, you know what I'm saying? He takes care of my nieces. She complains. That's what she won't tell you. She complains all the time, and he takes it. He just takes it.
Ms. Johnson, though, did you hear that Mr. Calhoun has stepped out on his marriage? Did your sister talk to you about that?
Yeah, but that all happened, but I'm pretty sure that was happening before they got married.
Nope.
Have you ever been around the two of them for dynamic?
I have. I've lived with them.
You've actually lived in the house?
Yeah.
Mrs. Calhoun seems to think Mr. Calhoun has been catting around.
Well, maybe if she wasn't complaining all the time.
Complaining?
Maybe he would want to be around more. You know what I'm saying?
Day in and day out sometimes. She was there. She watched me. I cook for him, clean for him, do homework, after school, all of that.
Right. This is also still the same sister that stayed in the house after I moved out.
Me watching my nieces, her not being there, he would
when I left.
He would massage I have carpal tunnel real bad. He would massage my hands.
I did that for the whole family.
And is that not weird?
I've done that for the whole family.
Is that
her
not
mother,
weird?
Her, it's nothing
Is that not weird?
strange about
him
that.
giving her massages, her posting him on her Facebook, and there's mad rumors going around. It's just weird. It's just weird. Yes. The rumors
Never
of y'all.
heard them.
The rumors of y'all being together.
What?
I'm just not hearing this today.
No,
I have never heard a rumor like that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's the first thing I thought just sitting here. I definitely thought it. And something tells me, may I see a show of hands from the jury? How many of y'all thought the same thing? Holla, okay? Thank you. Did you ever share with your sister how this made you feel?
I've had a conversation once.
Never.
Well, I'd like to, will you tell your sister how this situation made you feel? This is your sister.
The dynamic hurt me. As you see, I filed for divorce.
Talk to me, shorty.
I filed for divorce. Nobody understands how hard it is to be with somebody that you love with every fiber in your body, but you are forced to not be with that. You can't be with that person. So it was just weird. It was real weird to me when I had to get up and leave, and then you were still there. And I tried, if I didn't have a conversation with you, I tried having a conversation with you. And you was like, come on, shorty.
You already
It was
know.
never.
That's all the answers
I hear you, though. I hear you.
Ms. Johnson, that's your first friend is your sister. You know that in the family, right? You know, is that your little sister or your older sister?
That's my baby sister.
So you were the big sister. How many years separate y'all?
7.
So you were the big sister. Mm-hmm. And you were definitely her first friend. That's the first person that she played with.
Right.
Okay? So I can imagine that no matter how much y'all will argue, up one side and down the other, she probably thinks that you're supposed to have her back. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, no matter how marriage turns out,
she's still my family.
And the day
right.
that you have to bury one of your parents, and I get very emotional about this, because when I had to put my mother in the ground, the only person who I could depend on, I love my husband more than air. My son stood next to me, but my baby sister, that's who had my back. I could literally hear my mother talking in my ear when I said at her eulogy, I'm so proud of my sister and I because we have not had any arguments. I heard my mother say, because you're not supposed to. So at the end of the day, no man should ever come between you and your sister, ever. Correct. At the end of the day. Mr. Calhoun, your wife brought divorce papers to court. Didn't you, Mrs. Calhoun?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody thinks that I'm pretty much like over the situation and I'm done, I'm over him, I don't want family or nothing to work. But nobody knows, sorry. Nobody knows how hard this is. Like, legit. It's a lot harder not being with you than actually being with you. I don't know if you've ever loved anybody that much to where you feel like you dying when you with them because they're not getting it. So yeah, I have to be done.
Corey, I understand that the divorce papers are in my chambers. Can you grab them, please?
Sure thing.
You brought them here?
Yeah, they're here.
Thank you. Mrs. Calhoun, you actually filed for divorce, if I'm not mistaken. Do you want them served?
Yes. I need them served.
Corey, serve the papers.
Sure thing. You've been served.
I mean, this is a surprise to me because I didn't think that it would get this far. You know,
Nobody ever does, Mr. Calhoun. Nobody ever does. It got this far because the two of you neglected your marriage.
Yeah.
It got this far because you placed other people
And I'm done.
as a priority. It got this far because there's so much anger between the two of you, it's turned toxic. It got this far because the marriage may have run its
But
course.
people come back from this type of stuff.
There's a
Counseling.
time, a reason, and a
hurting.
season for every relationship. The time may have passed, the reason may be over, and the season probably has changed. You have my verdict.